Hey, Ash, All Things Dentistry. So I had a subscriber ask, what does torque do for you when you're doing dentistry? And that relates to dental handpieces. So what it does is electric handpieces have a lot more torque, like we were talking about. But let me show you the difference between air handpieces and electric handpieces with regards to torque. And then we'll talk about why it's really useful. So the way we're going to test in my scientific experiment for torque is essentially we're going to try to cut this extracted tooth in half with high speed air and electric. So this is a high speed handpiece, and we're all experienced with this. So you take your brand new burr, you go to cut the tooth in half, and it just kind of stops. So that's, we got about 1 millimeter into the tooth, into enamel, and that's fine. That's fairly standard. So that's an air handpiece. Now let's compare that with an electric handpiece with the same brand new diamond, and it's going to cut through that tooth like butter. And you'll see there's no stopping it. So that's torque, literally, and it's just a beautiful thing, especially when you're doing dentistry. So you can see the difference. Electric handpiece right through the tooth, not stopping it, and air kind of stopping 1 millimeter in. So how does torque play a role? Well, when you're doing restorative, or especially when you're doing a crown prep, with the torque or constant just energy to that burr, I can continue doing that finish line or margin or that restorative without having the burrs come to a grinding halt and have to start going back and forth and start, stop, start, stop. So having a more complete finish line when I make that, for example, I'm cutting a crown, is so much, it's easier to have a finish line versus having a brush, and every time you go back and along and sweep with that burr, you might be coming along a different part. So other benefits are because I can adjust the speed, I potentially don't need 2 handpieces. I can stick with 1. And really, after, for example, you can do all your restorative stuff with your, say, your 330 burr. And then what you can do, so you do your enamel reduction and whatnot. If you're going to remove decay, you can just switch to a friction grip round burr, decrease the revolutions per minute, and use the same handpiece. So and also you can go between, after you do your crown prep, you can do so many different things with just this one handpiece. And I was looking online for a couple other advantages. So we talked about constant speed. So when I hit the rheostat, it's like on right at that RPM that I set. So I'm not kind of up and down, winding and this and that. I just hit the gas and I set a specific speed and off we go. So if I'm doing a finish line with my slow speed, I can slow it right down to even 10,000 RPM and then redo that finish line with a fine diamond and not worry about taking away more enamel. I can really get that finish line done. So we've just talked about the advantages. What are some of the disadvantages? Well, they've been mentioned in some of the comments in the video before, and really what they come down to are these things are still heavy compared to an air turbine. They're more expensive still. The technology, like the air driven is still cheaper than these. And the other thing is that they're a little bit bigger. So the head is a little bit bigger. They've gotten a lot smaller. This is the second or third, maybe 4th generation in this model line. And they've gotten a lot smaller, but still getting posterior way back there might be still complicated with this. You may have to still have an air-driven handpiece to get back there. So hopefully that helps. And place your comments below. I love to read everybody's comments. And don't forget to subscribe and like and share this. And hopefully this helps. Cheers.